The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Some Sadducees, those who deny that there is a resurrection, came forward and put this question to Jesus, saying, "Teacher, Moses wrote for us, if someone's brother dies, leaving a wife but no child, his brother must take the wife and raise up descendants for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers. The first married a woman but died childless. Then the second and third married her, and likewise all the 7 died childless. Finally, the woman also died. Now, at the resurrection, whose wife will that woman be? For all 7 had been married to her." Jesus said to them, "The children of this age marry and remarry, but those who are deemed worthy to attain to the coming age and to the resurrection of the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage. They can no longer die, for they are like angels. And they are the children of God, because they are the ones who will rise. That the dead will rise, even Moses made known in the passage about the bush, when he called Lord the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And he is not God of the dead, but of the living, for to him all are alive." Some of the scribes said in reply, "Teacher, you have answered well." And they no longer dared to ask him anything. The Gospel of the Lord. The Gospel of the day is an interesting discussion, or call it a debate, between Jesus and Sadducees. And Sadducees are people who do not believe in the life after death, in the life to come. They don't believe in resurrection. And so they are actually messing with Jesus as they speak of those 7 brothers being married to that one woman, one after another. They are actually ridiculing him. And yet, Jesus uses that moment to give us that assurance that there is life after life, that there is life after death. And what a wonderful way to conclude this month of November, when we remember our beloved dead, and we celebrate our beloved dead, and we take comfort and consolation in the thought that they are in the arms of God, that they are part of something bigger than themselves. My dear sisters and brothers, it's a very interesting argument that Jesus proposes when he quotes Moses as referring to God as the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, thereby implying that those ancestors are not dead and gone, but are still alive. And there is life after life, that there is life after death. As you listen to the Sadducees debating with Jesus and arguing with him, we can almost hear the materialists of today, the secularists, saying those very same thing, that we are born and we die and that's it. There's nothing more beyond. I'm sure you heard about that believer who went to visiting his friend, or it was more of a visitation. His friend, an atheist, had died and he was laying in the casket. And this believer goes, looks into the casket, pauses for a moment, pays his respect, turns around, comes back, and he is heard saying, all dressed up and nowhere to go. My dear sisters and brothers, thanks to our faith that we receive through the apostles from Jesus himself, we have this assurance, this guarantee, this certainty that there is life after life. We belong to God, body and soul, and we belong to him in life and in death. And because God loves us, nothing that he loves can truly die a total, complete death. And that's what gives me the faith in the life to come. And the feast that we celebrate today, the presentation of the Blessed Mother, she being presented to God in the temple by her own parents, and traditions names them as Saints Joachim and Anne, reminds us that we all come from God and that we go back to God. And from the time we come and to the time of our death, and today the gospel says even beyond that, after that, we belong to God. And so, let's live our lives as people presented to God, as people gifted to God. But the irony is that we always belong to God, and blessed is the one who presents oneself to God and bears in mind all the time that she or he belongs to God. And so, on this Saturday, as we commemorate our Blessed Mother and also celebrate her presentation to God in the temple, may you and I remind ourselves that we belong to God. God loves us, and because he loves us, he doesn't let us die a total death, a complete death. He will raise us up.